What's up, Snackcasters? It's Friday. You'll see this probably Monday or Tuesday, but it's Friday here in the YesFit HQ.
Friday.
And we actually stumbled across an article that was released yesterday. Mm-hmm. So kind of tying it all together, we're still in Mental Health Awareness Month.
So we're going to pull back a little mental health.
We're going to pull back a little. Our poor brethren to the north, the Canadians.
The Canucks.
The Canucks. What's that movie about beer? What was that?
Strange Brew.
Strange Brew. Gosh, good times. So, lifeworks.com. They just published an article, a study, if you will, measuring stress in Canadians. Most importantly, I guess, post-pandemic stress.
I guess they did post and pre, right? They compared it?
Yeah.
The two of them?
Yeah, they had a benchmark. But I think the number was 46% are demonstrating an increased sensitivity to stress.
You don't say.
Yeah.
On the heels of their draconian lockdowns and their...
Is it the heels? I think in parts of Canada, they're still
in it.
Doing, I don't know.
I think it's starting to open up and they're starting to go back to work. But, yeah, I mean, that and it's like, what, 50 degrees up there right now?
Right.
So, I mean, like getting outdoors, I guess they deal with it all year round, right? So they get like 1 or 2 good months a year.
Yeah, and we're spoiled. You know, Florida's Florida. We have to deal with Florida man, but you know, definitely the weather down here is better. I wouldn't want. I think it's 55 degrees right now in like Quebec City or something like that. So, and we're in May, late May,
right?
You know. So, anyways, I'm thankful for the sun, the warmth, and everything down here. But back to this report, there were a couple of interesting tidbits. Apparently, under 40-year-olds are demonstrating more sensitivity. They're worse off than people above 40. You know, I can speculate a million reasons why.
Let's go for it.
I don't know if you want my opinion.
No, I mean, why under 40, I guess, is why are they more susceptible to stressors?
I would venture to say in a lot of ways it's just the transition of society. You and I grew up in a day and age where you didn't get a trophy unless you won, you know, and there's been almost this softening of society. I think, my opinion, don't hate on me, Snackcasters.
So what you're saying, you're basically saying is that maybe some over 40 has been able to deal with adversity a little more, a little more failure, a little more...
Yeah, everything hasn't gone our way our whole life. And
been through some wars, been through some problems, some...
Yeah, I was 18 in Desert Storm.
Economic stuff.
You know, yeah. So, I don't know. I think there's generally the over 40 crowd is just a little more weathered, maybe. And maybe it's just generally life experience. We've just been around longer.
Right.
You know.
I would throw one at you that's probably maybe a little interesting as well, is that probably over 40 have more actually close personal relationships than more social media type relationships, or maybe we're not as addicted. I don't want to say addicted. That's probably a bad term, but we're not as on social media as much as maybe the under 40 crowd.
No, I think that's a great point. You know, I didn't think about that.
TikTok, the social, the Instagram influencers. We're not as, you're an actor or you're a social media influencer, big deal. I mean, that's the way that you and I kind of look at it. But if you're 18 or 20 years old, you're like, that person has 1 million followers, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and I would say...
do.
You know, another component maybe is the lockdowns that happened during the pandemic broke a lot of people financially. And I don't know if there's a greater percentage that's over 40 that had enough reserve to kind of weather that. And it was more of a traumatic thing for someone in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah, and now...
I had nothing in my 20s, man. We were starting a family, and between diapers and formula and everything else, there was no money left.
Right.
I couldn't have gone weeks without work.
Right.
You know, it would have been devastating.
Yep. And your prize for coming back to work, Mr. Scott, is now massive inflation.
Massive inflation.
Good job. Here's
Yeah.
your prize.
Yeah.
You know?
So one more nugget I did take out of it that, you know, the whole mental health awareness month thing is the study said that 17% of respondents did not seek any assistance to deal with their increased stress, increased worry, anxiety, whatever. To be honest with you, that would probably be me, right? I'm not the type. I might talk to you,
right?
You know, or a couple other people here at the office. I might, you know, but I probably wouldn't seek professional help, and maybe shame on me for that. I don't know, but I would encourage, especially those under 40 that they claim are dealing with it in a heavier way. You know, make sure you're talking to somebody, even if it's not a professional. Have a friend, you know, and make sure you're working through whatever emotions you may be dealing with.
It absolutely helps. I remember just challenging. You know, this is no pat on the back to Mr. Parker over here, but
I'll take it.
You know, just challenging things in lives, you know, in your life that I've had to deal with, and I sit there and I get to vent on him for 30 minutes and he gets to vent back, and you go, you know, hey, it's not the end of the world. We'll figure it out. But that's important.
Right.
Important to have people in your life that you could break down on or just really open up to.
Yeah, and even going back to our prior Snackcast series that we did on mental wellness, what was it? The feeling good about your future, having a positive outlook about your future. If you don't have that, I bet it gets dark very fast.
Right.
You know, so
seek help.
Anyways, give me a Canadian accent. Words of wisdom in Cont'd.
I don't want to butcher their native language, eh?
Well, isn't part of it French? French Canadians. I've heard that.
We?
I know that I've listened to their national anthem here lately because of the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
Don't quit your
You
day
suck
job.
at hockey. No. Me and my son have different lyrics when we sing.
Okay.
Of course, we're Lightning fans,
Yeah.
right? So I guess that's it.
Yeah.
You know, happy Friday, everybody. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Although we do have somewhat Canadian-like weather here right now. It's a little chilly and cloudy, and you know, but it's Florida. It'll come back. Sun will come back. So questions, comments, concerns, hit us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Stay moving.
See ya.